In this video, we will be adding extra functionality to the Ender Pearl. We'll put a delayed teleport on it. So at the moment we can throw the Ender Pearl and we appear where it lands instantly. So there we go. What we're going to do is we're going to make it so we could drop it on the floor and then there'll be a countdown and then we teleport to it. So let's do that. The first thing we're going to need is a scoreboard objective. Scoreboard objectives, add, and I will call this teleportScore, and it will be a dummy. Okay, and now let's create a command to give us an Ender Pearl. Give the nearest player an Ender Pearl, and we want to tag this Ender Pearl with a custom tag, which I will call teleportItem. Item 1B. Okay, so teleportItem is the name of the tag, and 1B is the value we're going to set it to. So now we have two different items, Ender Pearl Miscellaneous and Ender Pearl Miscellaneous with one tag. So that tag there is the one we just put on it. Now we're going to need another command block. Let's put it here. This will be always active, repeat. And here we want to execute. We're going to execute at an entity unless the entity. Okay, scores. So unless the entity scores, its teleportScore equals 0 or higher. So if it's got a teleport score of 0 or higher, we're not going to execute it. If it's got a teleport score of -1 or less, we are going to execute. And what we're going to do, we are going to run scoreboard players set at entity teleportScore. We're going to set it to 3. And depending on what you want as a countdown, that could be any number. I'm just going to do 3, 2, 1 teleport. You could do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 10, 9, 8, 7, whatever you want. But we're going to need a bit of information in here. What entity? Well, we're going to have some NBT data. First, I want it to be on the ground. So NBT on the ground, that's the first thing. And the next thing, I want it to have a tag. So item, and it's going to be a tag. And the tag is going to be teleportItem 1B. Okay, so now any item that is on the ground with the tag teleportItem, we will set its score to 3. Done. Let's create another one. Always active chain. This time we're going to give it a name. So we're going to execute. We're going to execute as all entities run data merge with an entity at the person running the command, and that's going to be the data. So let's do this selector first. Well, they're going to need a score. Scores equals, we want a teleportScore equals 3. So they have a teleport score of 3. And we'll also want to do some NBT. And the NBT will be, well, we want them to be on the ground. On the ground, on B. And we also want them to be tagged. Item tag teleport item 1B. Okay, and now we need the data we're going to merge in, and we're going to give them a custom name, and the custom name will be 3. And we also want to be able to see the custom name, so custom name visible 1B for yes. Okay, let's try that. Will that work? There we go. So you'll see, only works on the one we've been given with the command. This one doesn't have the tag, so nothing's going to happen with that one. Can we still throw it as normal? Still throw it, and that still works. But we can also now drop it on the floor, and we'll get a 3. Okay, let's get rid of that one. We don't need that one. So that's 3. Let's copy that. So press the control button and press down on the middle mouse to copy it with the data. There we go. Let's get rid of those. So that's 3. Let's change that to 2 and go down here. Anyone with a score of 2. So when it first arrives, we give it a score of 3. Anyone with a score of 3, we will call 3. We'll set its name to 3. Anyone with a score of 2, we'll set its name to 2. Let's get another one of these. Anyone with a score of, yeah, you probably guessed it, 1, we will set its name to 1. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, and then 0 is when we're going to do the teleporting. But what happens if we just put a pearl down now? 3. Well, it's staying on 3 because we're not decrementing the score. We're not reducing the score. So let's set up a little machine that will do that. Let's just get some hoppers. So we've got 4 hoppers here, and they're just going round and round and round. And let's put something in there. This ender pearl will do. And let's put down a comparator. So tick, tick, tick. Lovely. Let's put a command on here. And we are going to decrement the score. So that'll be a scoreboard command. Scoreboard players. Remove from entity teleportScore 1. Which entity? We will pick it the same way we did before. So let's have some NBT, and the NBT will be, it's got to be on the ground. 1B. And can we scroll along so we can see it a bit better? And it's going to be item, open and close brackets, tag, open close brackets, and the tag will be teleportItem 1B. Okay, now we should have a countdown. Let's get myself another one. Why did we put this so far away? 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. So, what's going on? So every time this pulses, the score goes down by 1. We haven't set a name for 0, so it doesn't do anything on 0. To 1, 0 minus 1, it goes back to 3. And that's because of this bit here. Execute any entity unless it's got a score of 0 or higher, 0 or higher. So when this gets to minus 1, it is less than 0, and that is setting its score to 3. Then this is decrementing the score by 1, so its score is now 2, goes down by 1, score is 1, gets to minus 1, and goes back to the beginning. Okay, so that's good. Let's put a couple of extra things. Let's do a teleport, remove that command. So execute as entity run teleport the nearest player to the person running this command. So the entity, and the entity will be scores equals teleportScore equals 0. So 3, 2, 1, and then teleport. That should be 3, 2, 1, and then we teleport to it. Cool. Okay. So we could go over here, we could press a couple of buttons, do some things, and then zoop, we teleport back. Okay, that's fun. Let's make it a bit more interesting. Let's give it a particle effect. So we're going to have to execute the particle, execute at entity run particle. I'll do the enchant, and we will do it at itself, maybe up a little bit so it's not quite on the floor, and 0.2 will do for its width. I think 0.2 for its height, 0.2 for its Z width, no speed, and maybe just 3. And we'll do normal. If we're too far away, we can't see the particles. That's what normal is. So which entity? Well, it'll be the same as before. It will be entity with NPT data, which will be on the ground. Dear, can't spell. On the ground will be 1B. And item tag teleportItem 1B. Now, do we have some particles? Hey, there we go. And we teleport to it. Excellent. So we could throw the ender pearl. Whoop. Use it like normal. Or we could drop it down, run away, do some stuff, and then thump, teleport back to it. Okay. So that's how we can use, well, any item. It doesn't have to be an ender pearl. We've not told it that it has to be an ender pearl, so I wonder if we could do it with a bow, for instance. Could we do it with a bow? Yep, any item. There we go. As long as it's got this teleport item tag, any item now we drop on the floor with that tag will act as this delayed teleport. Perfect. Okay. So that is a delayed teleport item.